So guys, what happened to Starnet Eclipse, a game in which a lot of people were extremely excited about and ended up getting canceled or basically put on a permanent hiatus? We're going to talk about what exactly happened to Starnet Eclipse, and maybe we can try to figure out exactly what's going on and is this game ever going to be released? So let's talk about it. So in an article that was written, guys, a long time ago, so this was back in 2016, esports team caught in controversy over undelivered game. This is a news article coming from Kotaku, and celebrity esports team FaZe Clan is taking heat for co-producing a video game that over a year after its targeted launch date remains unreleased. Backers donated nearly $20,000 to first-person shooter Starnet Eclipse, which critics are now calling a scam, an allegation FaZe Clan denies. In January of 2015, FaZe Clan announced they were co-producing Starnet Eclipse with iCasual Entertainment, a new development studio. Headed by a 19-year-old CEO, UK-based iCasual Entertainment says they employ 70 people. The futuristic FPS was allegedly being built for Xbox One PC, PS4, and Mac. To fund Starnet Eclipse, FaZe Clan solicited donations from their million-strong subscriber base in a YouTube video titled "We Are Making a Video Game." They added that backers would receive perks for donating. So all in all, guys, I remember this when Starnet Eclipse was announced. It was going to be this game in which you were going to be able to, obviously a first-person shooter, but it was going to be mainly kind of based or targeted to snipers and trick shotters in the Call of Duty community, because I remember all of us being really excited about that. Those of us in the community that were trick shotters and snipers, we got really excited about this because it was like a game in which we wanted trick shotting and sniping, but it was basically made by trick shotters and snipers. So it was one of those games that felt like it was being made by fans for the fans of trick shotting and sniping. And so for me personally, I was excited about this, but I was really sketched out by just kind of the way in which they were, kind of promoting it, just because it did kind of feel like a scam, like this was something that wasn't necessarily, being created as of yet, or it had been in development for years, but they were obviously having some funding trouble, and so they needed help, and that's where FaZe Clan came in. And FaZe, I don't want to put all this on FaZe like it was their fault or something, that they were basically fueling the fire of this scam that was Starnet Eclipse, because at this very point, guys, Starnet Eclipse could actually still be being under development right now, but at the same time, it's very unlikely because of how long it's taken. And I just think that these kids over at iCasual Entertainment, or these guys who were, 19 years old, really didn't know what they were getting into. And so that probably is part of this. They were kind of taking on a little more than they could chew. That being said, accompanying FaZe Clan's announcement was a minute-long teaser trailer, which they explained came out of 4 years of previous development, which obviously this video is now down. Anything you want in Call of Duty, you can get in this game, FaZe Temper said in the announcement. The game would feature FaZe Clan members as characters, and then excitement ensued. On May 20th, 2015, iCasual released an alpha trailer. It was a basic template-style FPS made with Unreal Engine. iCasual promised June 5th as an alpha release date for backers and June 27th as the finished game's launch. Confusingly, on Twitter last January, Starnet Eclipse said their full release would be closer to late 2015. A limited time offer advertised it for $18. On Starnet Eclipse website, the alpha, beta, and full copy for PC Mac still goes for $30. Fans could buy different packs for the game, however, including a $300 major pack, offering game access, a gold gilded model, and a number of other apparel items. The highest pack cost is the $25,000 Enfield pack, entailing dinner with FaZe Clan and iCasual. A pre-alpha was released to backers in June 2015. The beta, they then said, would come in the summer of 2015. The full game would now be scheduled for early 2016. And then, of course, the alpha, that video was also deleted. So, guys, let's talk about this. First of all, this is almost like very deceptive microtransactions before they really came out, right? So microtransactions have been in gaming for a long time, but that being said, nothing quite like this. And then, you know, a $25,000 Enfield pack right there is very alarming. You're going to pay 25 grand to have dinner with FaZe Clan and iCasual. Yeah, that's very sketchy to me. Obviously, and you know, for a lot of people in the community, these prices for some of these things for a game that wasn't even released yet, very high. $300 major pack. You know, so there was red flags that were going up all around this game, and now we're starting to see, you know, I mean, this just reminds me of games that have come out now more recently that have had incredibly you know, deceptive microtransactions where you're spending so much money and really not getting as much value as they're trying to tell you you're getting. So really, this was kind of like the first game I ever saw prices like this. I could not believe what I was seeing out of the Starnet Eclipse. You know, these weren't even microtransactions. These were just being advertised as limited time offers. Absolutely unreal to me. By the time early 2016 rolled around, backers began asking more questions. On Twitter, Starnet Eclipse started telling fans that there were no dates set for beta. Then they told fans there was no release date. In mid-April, Starnet Eclipse said that there will be at least one version of the game released this year, still volleying questions about whether the game was still being developed at all. Today, the status of Starnet Eclipse is unclear to the public. Between May 25th and September 5th, the game's Twitter account stopped updating, although they continued to address backer questions. As of September 2016, iCasual still hasn't announced a final release date for their game. Starnet Eclipse drew wide attention this week when the YouTuber Honor the Call posted a video on Monday about the game's delays. Honor the Call has been following the FaZe Clan for a while. In the past, he's made videos about FaZe Clan members' connections to CSGO gambling. In Monday's video, he described Starnet Eclipse as shady, pointing out discrepancies between the game's promises and realities. The missed deadlines combined with the high price of alpha, he said, point to it being a scam. It's safe to say that FaZe Clan should return all the money back to their fan base, Honor the Call said in the video. Which, once again, this video was deleted. Now, one thing I'm going to defend FaZe on this is where he says it's safe to say that FaZe Clan should return all the money back to their fan base. Now, I'm not sure if FaZe was getting a cut of everyone's donations or not. I think that there was a report that came out that stated that FaZe was getting portions of the donations that were coming in, or they were getting a percentage of that. I do not know if they were actually receiving that or not. If they did, however, and this turned out to be a scam, I would like to this point, I do feel like they should return the money. But that being said, I also think, though, that they very well may not have known. I don't think that FaZe would have got involved in this, even though they were younger, maybe a little more immature as well. Didn't really see between the dotted line, so to speak, of what this game really was going to be, which was a big scam, essentially. Or just, even if it wasn't a scam, it was undelivered. It's an undelivered game. So it's like, yeah, where did that money go? Obviously, it went somewhere. iCasual Entertainment obviously got that money. And if FaZe got a portion of that, that's pretty, it is sketchy and it's shady, malpractices on everybody's end. But I will say this. I think FaZe definitely had good intentions. I do not think that they purposely were trying to take people's money because they were already making so much off of YouTube videos. Why would they need to do that? They were selling so much in merch. And then, of course, they just got bigger and bigger. I think this was just a setback for FaZe. They got caught in like just a bad situation, which has happened over time, and it happens to everybody at some point or another in your career, and especially a team as big as FaZe. I mean, these things are going to happen from time to time. Obviously, if it happened again, then I would be really upset, and I would, really be calling FaZe out on it. I just don't think that they knew that it was going to turn out like this. Like, Starnet Eclipse was just going to be a game that just never got delivered, and that iCasual Entertainment would either bail or just, didn't do what they were supposed to do. So, FaZe Clan's Norden, or FaZe Rain, posted a video shortly afterwards titled "We Didn't Scam Anyone," in which he attempts to defend himself. $20,000, he says, isn't enough to make a game. He stressed that games take a long time to make, but does not address that the game was allegedly in development for years. FaZe Rain added that he didn't fully remember the full situation. When it came to backer rewards, he also notes that he's known iCasual CEO since he was 15. Neither FaZe Clan nor Starnet Eclipse's developer iCasual returned requests for comment. So first of all, FaZe Rain should have said nothing. And I'm going to say this. FaZe Rain has gotten himself in trouble for making videos, kind of trying to defend himself or FaZe, which it's a very valiant effort to basically say, hey, we didn't scam anybody or whatever the case might be throughout his professional career. But Rain is guy, he kind of gets between things, and I think that he gets a lot of backlash for it. And I think that part of, it's just... You shouldn't even need to be necessarily defending yourself about it. I think it is important, but sometimes you just gotta, just kind of shut out the noise. I mean, honestly, if you want to post something on Twitter, just, stating, look, like, this isn't a scam. I don't know what's taken, so long. Even though they should be in direct contact with iCasual, he's right when he says $20,000 isn't enough to make a game. But at the same time, it just doesn't look good. Okay, yeah, $20,000 isn't enough to make a game. So where are these guys getting the money? Do you have backers? Do they have investors that are helping with the game? There's other questions that come up when you say things of that nature, like $20,000 isn't enough to make a game, which I don't believe that was all that they collected. I believe $20,000. I would have to admit, I would probably think that there's a lot more money that was actually donated than $20,000. That's just my opinion, though. But I don't think FaZe Rain should have even said anything. If he would have said something, maybe just say something on Twitter. Look, we're looking into the situation. We'll let you guys know what happens from there. But, making a video, we didn't scam anyone, I don't know if that really helped with the situation. Starnet Eclipse's development team said yesterday they are issuing refunds. Basically, they stated that they were going to issue refunds. There are people, though, I was looking on Twitter that stated that they still had never gotten refunds from the game. So that there is that as well. $20,000 in backing money had been wasted. A Google Doc explains that iCasual Entertainment has been upgrading their office and creating new development teams. Unreal Engine is by no means easy to master, they added, citing bugs. Soon, they said, Starnet Eclipse will be launching another crowdfunding campaign. So once again, when you start hearing that they're going to be launching more crowdfunding campaigns, it's throwing up so many red flags. In the midst of the controversy, it is easy to forget that many involved parties, including iCasual CEO, are still teenagers. Starnet Eclipse's website is the textual equivalent of trying on your dad's business suit and awkwardly swimming in it. We firmly believe that success belongs to those who see beyond the obvious. It is such people who make an impact on the society and become part of the league of extraordinary achievers, trendsetters, and path breakers, it reads. Developers, they say they will announce a schedule for Starnet Eclipse on October 29th. In early 2017, they say they will start shipping t-shirts to backers. And we all know that that is not true. Obviously, guys, this was done in 2016, 2017, nothing ever happened. And you want to know something? It's kind of weird. Ever since after this article, I really did not see many other articles that were written about this situation after 2016 or after, the Kotaku article. And that's why I wanted to kind of bring this whole thing back to light, because it's kind of strange that no one's even picking it up again. The website's still up there as far as the Starnet Eclipse is concerned, and you can still donate money. But yeah, I don't think it's really going to anything except for maybe iCasual Entertainment, and it's just kind of filling their pocket. So I would definitely not recommend doing that, guys. But the CEO of iCasual, Jefferson Prince, responded to requests for comment, and this was in 2016. Firstly, I would like to state that the game has been in the works for around 4 years, inclusive of the time it took us to do the R&D on how to build a game. The actual development has only taken place for 2 years. But even during this time, we were working with a very small team in the beginning, and then later grew to 70 before FaZe Clan was even brought into the picture. The pre-alpha versions we have released in the past are old and have never been put through post-production. Due to the time it took our developers to get a hold of Unreal Engine at its very early state, which was personally buggy for our project, we were unable to meet our deadline. But now we're progressing with it smoothly. Both iCasual and FaZe have never had any shady intentions to pursue with this project. Okay, I'm going to give Jefferson Prince the benefit of the doubt and say that, yeah, sure, maybe no shady intentions were, intended, but there is certainly, I mean, look, people donated money expecting to get something out of it, and they never got anything, nothing at all. We got a couple of gameplay demos that looked absolutely horrendous. In my opinion, I just thought they looked terrible, especially the AI looked complete trash. Looked like, I mean, guys, buggy as hell. Let's be real about it. So, I mean, honestly, guys, I would have to say that Starnet Eclipse, what really happened here was a company, as in iCasual Entertainment, went way over their heads, trying to never made a game before, obviously, and they're, all trying to kind of like, scrounge around money and things of that nature to make this game happen, and got way over their heads with it. And there you go. This kind of reminds me of the Fire Festival that happened. Just, guys and people having great visions and great ideas, but getting way over their heads with things, and then things just explode in their face because they can't meet deadlines. They, can't support the backers or the investors, whatever it might be. This is a perfect example of, game developers that, sure, if it's your first time making a game, there's always that first game that you should make. But when it comes to actually taking people's money, you have to deliver at least something, even if it's something that is extremely buggy, like is in the very early stages. Allowing players to play it, or like making it available, even if it's not even that great of a game or even a fully finished game, at least having people do that, because it's not even like something that people can actually even play at this point, at least as far as I'm aware. So, guys, I'm not going to say that it was a scam, but it was very shady, and I'm just certainly not going to, say that Jefferson Prince and FaZe, had no fault in this. But I do think that it was just, honestly, they were just in over their heads at this point in time. And I'll keep you guys updated as time goes, as far as this is concerned. Hopefully, we get some responses from some of the guys over at Starnet Eclipse, or at least over at iCasual Entertainment. Kind of try to get an update on what's going on with this IP. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What did you guys think about the entire situation with Starnet Eclipse? Would you guys like to see a finished product? Let me know what you guys think.